So this next level is going to require some things of you. This next level is going to require for you to sacrifice all the thoughts and beliefs and everything that you thought you had together before, all the control that you thought you had over your life in this prior season. You're going to have to surrender that because God needs your submission. God needs you to receive the blessings that he has for you, not the ones that you've gained under your own understanding. So you're going to have to surrender your understanding for his. Lean not unto your own understanding, but lean into his. So, what the word says regarding this situation is, now unto him who is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all that we can ask or think. Why would you want your understanding when God can do exceedingly and abundantly above anything that you could even ask or think? Why? Your understanding is minute. Your understanding is earthly. Your understanding is only based on the previous experiences that you've had. Have you experienced everything that God has experienced? No. Can you see all, know all, and be everywhere all at once? No. So why would you want your understanding on how to go through this next level of your life? I don't want it. It's garbage. It's boo-boo. I'm tired of it. I don't want my understanding. I definitely don't want what I was about to receive if I had not repented. Because sometimes God will show you what was to come if your obedience hadn't come into play. If he hadn't given you the strength to actually proceed in your obedience. He gave me an example of how my life would be if I didn't receive the unction to obey him. The unction to let people go that I didn't want to let go of, that I was trying to compromise and preserve into and carry into the next season of my life. Because I'm like, why wouldn't they be able to go there? We're learning together, we're growing together, to my knowledge. But no. He knows more. He knows what's on the other side of that relationship. He knows what's on the other side of that connection, that friendship that he's been unctioning you to let go of. He knows where it ends up, so that's why he's trying to help you let go of it. He's trying to help us. And we just want to hold on. And sometimes in our holding on, we get in the way. We get in the way of the process that he's not only trying to do in our lives, but in the process and how he is showing himself in their lives. We might have planted a seed, but we are not the ones that are supposed to cultivate the whole garden of their life. That's not our job. And I've had to learn that a lot. And I thought that I was done learning it. I thought within every situation and relationship that I have had to recognize that God was pulling me out of in the past 10 years. 10 years of being in Vegas. He has stripped me and laid aside every weight that so easily beset me, every idol that I created and built up in my mind of every relationship that I've had, romantically or friendship or business, anything that I thought that I gained and I wanted to carry into the next season, and I thought it was supposed to be there and be this thing forever. He showed me that was not coming. It's not coming with you. Those relationships aren't meant to be able to maintain or they don't have the capacity to hold what God is about to pour into you. Like, you outgrow people, your interests change, and then you grow into other relationships around other people that are more like-minded, that are called according to the purpose that God has over your life, that are there to help you, that you are there to help. You're not assigned to the same person from birth. Your cousin that's been sucking you dry since you were 3 years old, you got to let that person go and let God deal with them. Allow God to deal with them. That is not your job to carry this grown baby. You pacifying them is killing them. I don't know where this is coming from, but when pride comes, then comes disgrace. With humility comes wisdom. When we humble ourselves and submit ourselves to Him. That is Proverbs 11:2. When pride comes, then comes disgrace. With humility comes wisdom. When we lay aside our pride and our God complex that tells us we have to be the ones that are there for these people. We have to be the ones, because there's a part of us that admires the fact that they actually see you as something that is to be admired. But God says it's not about what they see. They are supposed to see me through you and not you as being a little g in their life. You are a lowercase g in their life, and you have been made an idol. So you need to step out of the way and allow God to do what He's going to do in their lives. Lay aside every weight that so easily besets you. And then you need to get in position in a place where iron sharpens iron. If you're in a place where you're the sharpest tool in the shed, then that is a place that is not for you anymore. Whoever walks with the wise becomes wise, but the companions of fools will suffer harm. And it's not to say that the loved ones that you have around you are fools, but in some of their repetitive cycles, you get caught up in trying to save them and rescue them all the time that you get off course. You're so focused on so many multiple lanes that you're not even staying your own course. You can't even be directed in your own journey because you're so divided. You're so divided. You can't even focus on God because you're trying to save everybody else. Instead of sitting there and getting the word, you're like, oh, I should send this to who? I should send this to this person. I should send it. Oh, this is for this. No, it's for you. It's for you. It's not for anybody else. If you're meant this, maybe God will put it on your heart to send it to somebody, but sometimes we just have to sit there and abide in His presence and recognize what He is saying to you. God wants to take you higher. But this is I don't know if anybody has seen Neverending Story, but the most heartbreaking part of the movie was when Atreyu, I forgot his horse's name, but he was going through this swamp, and the horse that he was with was losing hope, so he started to sink. I forgot the horse's name, but he started to sink. He's like, no, like, you have to come with me. But he couldn't go where he was going. And because sometimes God wants to give you a new vehicle. Sometimes God wants to elevate you. He wanted to give him Valcor so he can get him on the right path to the mission and the purpose that he was being commissioned to. He needed to be able to fly. He needed that dog dragon looking thing that was going to help him maneuver through every journey, every opposition that he was going to go through thus forth. Sometimes God will separate you from people that you think that you have to rescue so He could deal with them. Where was the horse at the end of the movie? All shiny and clean and new and safe, because God took control of the horse. God did whatever He did with the horse until the end of the movie. It is not your job to pull those people out of a sinking sand just because you see their potential and you want to take them with you everywhere that you're going. It's not your job. That's God's job. You can pray for them. You can lift them in prayer, but don't physically try to burden yourself of everybody that you love. The heart is deceitful. And the heart will have you thinking that it's your job to take care of everybody around you. It's not. That type of grace, that type of measure of grace is gifted to certain people. And God will let you know if that's the grace that you're operating under. But a lot of us aren't. And a lot of us are trying to without God's help. And it's going to kill us. So marinate on that.